You're all set.
Thanks a lot. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to my presentation, which is going to be about motivating and encouraging students for better learning. As you know that, ladies and gentlemen, the ultimate goal of our teaching is to motivate our students for better learning. So motivation itself is divided into two kinds: intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. So the good teachers, the best teachers, the long experienced teachers find difficulties to motivate students. Here I'm going to give you some tips to use to motivate your students. The first tip is to give your students a sense of control. Yeah, it's very important for the teacher to control the classroom, and for the good of the students, you can allow them to choose the type of assignment they do or which problems to work on, and this can give them a sense of control. Actually, this is going to be reflected in their performance in the classroom. Another tip you can use in your classroom is to define the objectives. Really, it's very frustrating for the students, okay, to complete an assignment, okay, and they don't know what is the objective of this assignment. So what shall you do now? We have to be very clear and specific from the very beginning of the school year to define our objectives, okay, and to make them clear, okay, and we have to tell the students our expectations, okay, so that there will be no confusion. Another important tip you can use in your classroom is that you create a threat-free environment. What do you mean by a threat-free environment here? Yes, it's very important for the students to know that there are some consequences for their actions, surely. But also there is a positive reinforcement when you create a safe and supportive environment for the students. And this will affirm your belief in your students' abilities. To believe in your students' abilities rather than relying on the consequences. Another tip that you can use for improving your classroom or in engaging your students or motivating them in a classroom is changing the scenery. Really, it's very monotonous for the students to sit for 7 or 8 hours in the same desk next to the same student. Okay, so you are the teacher, you need to change the scenery, and there are many things you can do to change the theory. First of all, you give them field trip. Okay, you take them to the library. Okay, um, you teach them outside the classroom if the weather is fine, and even you can invite speakers to the classroom. So you have to change the theory. Another point: offer rewards. I don't think there is anyone who doesn't like rewards. Even me. If you reward me, you're going to be my best one. So, offering rewards for the students, this enhances the chance of excellent source of motivation. When the students are rewarded, okay, they are motivated also, and there are many things that you can use to offer rewards for the students. For example, you can make a pizza party, okay, you can let them watch movie, okay, or even something that's very simple, just a small sticker, okay, and you stick it on a paper and you give it to them. Another point: give the students responsibilities. Wow, I think this is very important part, especially the naughty students. You need to control the naughty students. So automatically, when you control them, they are going to be active students. Give them some responsibilities, and these responsibilities are going to be a privilege for the students. And I'm sure this student is going to be changed completely from negative to positive if you give them responsibilities. And one important factor in creating sociable students is to allow the students to work together, to allow the students to work together. This is really social interaction. It lets the students get excited when they work together, okay? And it can be also more motivating for them. So, but it is very important for teachers to ensure that groups are balanced and fair. However, so that some students are doing more work than the other students. Another tip, give praise when earned. Yeah, when your students deserve to be praised, praise them. Praise them. There are many different ways of praising your students. Excellent. You can say excellent to the students. Well done. By smiling to your students, by body language. Many ways to praise your students. And it's very important for you as a teacher to be excited. If you are not excited, surely your students are not excited. You have to believe in what you are doing in the classroom. You have to believe in yourself as a real teacher who is going to change the students. One more, know your students. I don't mean here by knowing your students to know their names, to know where are they from, or this basic information. No, there are other things to know about your students. So when the students feel they are really appreciated, okay, this feeling creates a safe learning environment, and it's a big motivation for the students to work harder. You have to know your students. How, what I mean by this, know how do they learn, okay, what are their social backgrounds, what do they like, what do they don't like, and you can here share them some experience, your own experience, especially the successful experience, and you are to set yourself as an example for them. Yes, another tip that you can use is to help the students to find intrinsic motivation. Yes, some students, they are motivated, but they don't know what is the reason behind their motivation. They do the job, they do it very well in an excellent way, but what is their motivation? What is the reason behind that? You are the teacher, you have to look for this reason. Okay, this reason may be because they want to go to the college. Okay, maybe they want to learn new language. Okay, and maybe this is most powerful gifts that you can give to them. Manage your students anxiety. This is very critical point. I think most of the teachers find difficulty in this point. The students anxiety comes after their performance in the test. If they don't do well, they feel frustrated. They feel they are going to lose everything. They are going to fail, and they may have difficulties and become self-fulfilling. So, you are the teacher. You need to motivate your students by knowing the struggles, okay, with the subject. And at the end of the day, we offer support to your students. Support your students. You know they are struggling at a certain point. Support them, encourage them. You can do this. You are able to do this. And this takes us to the previous points. That is, we have to believe in our students' abilities. Make goals high but attainable. Yeah, because easy to come, easy to go. So set high goals for your students, but these high goals should be reachable, so the students can push on themselves to reach these goals. Give feedback and offer chances to improve. There are two kinds of feedback. One is constructive one, and the other one is destructive one. We as teachers, I think we always need to give constructive feedback. If even our students they are not doing well, we have to give them constructive feedback, such as yes, you can do it. you missed this time, but next time you can do it better than that. And if the students do good, you can also encourage them. You did good this time, but next time you're going to do very good. So feedback is very important. Track progress. This point is completely linked to the previous one. If you give feedback, you need to track their progress, how they progressed in a certain point. And if there is a real progress, you have to tell them, yes, you have progressed in this point, actually. Makes things fun. I don't mean by that to make all your classrooms games and so on, but make things like fun. Sometimes you need to tell jokes during your classroom, okay, during the lesson to break the ice, okay, or at the beginning of the lesson, okay. And I think the most important tip here for today is to believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it. Believe that you can make change in your students' lives. Believe that you can create a new generation. Believe that you are a teacher. You are a good teacher, not only teacher, you are a good teacher. And I think a good teacher is someone who loves his job, someone who goes every morning to the school smiling and looking for tomorrow, not looking for yesterday. I think this is the most important point here is to believe in yourself and believe that you can do it. You can make change in your students, and automatically are going to make change in the society as well. Anyway, thanks for everybody for listening to me. There are hundreds of tips for making the classrooms more active, interactive, but I have a limited time, just only 10 minutes
Yep.
to cover more than 17 points. Okay. Thanks a lot, Mr. Roth, and thanks
Great.
for everyone who attended this short presentation.